Hi, if you're Aries, born March 21st to April 19th, what can you expect for the month of June 2014? Let's tune in and find out. Okay, so Aries, right away, I feel like a lot of you can be animal lovers, and I feel like for some of you that can be a problem because some of you feels like it has allergies to animals. So it's a little push-pull here. So, and I also feel like there may be something going on with your animal that, God forbid, it feels like a small thing though. Okay, it feels like something small, but I feel like immediately you get the remedy. So if something comes up with your pet this month, I don't want you to stress about it because I feel like the answer is readily available, and then they're well really quickly. And it feels like something that they ate or dug up, and may be sitting with them wrong. For those of you that are animal lovers, and also for those of you that have allergies, since we're opening with health, I also feel like you're also going to get your needs met. Some of you may discover some new allergens that you're allergic to. And it could be pets that were you just developed and you before were never allergic to cats, and now your roommate has a cat, and now all of a sudden you're sneezing and coughing and choking, and turns out you're allergic to cats and you weren't allergic before. Odd things like that, okay? So just be aware that if you're having some kind of symptoms that are consistent, you might want to check on your allergies because I feel like you've developed some new things that weren't there previously. The good news is you'll upon the discovery of that, you'll also get the remedy for it too. So you're not going to be hung out there with, oh geez, now I have to live like this and there's no way to cure it. I don't feel that way at all. I feel like whatever it is, you'll get the answer and you get the antidote at the same time. Okay, let's look at money for Aries for the month of June. I just feel like there's money piled up in front of you, just like piled up, and I feel like your indecision is, do I want to go after that? Do I want that? Do I want to work that hard? So, nice place to be, Aries, that you've generated enough that you can see there's an opportunity there with a lot of money, but you're questioning your values, your life, your lifestyle, the time that you have for yourself, your loved ones. And so I feel like the good news is I see the road parting where you can have some of that money, where you can do some things. So if somebody's pressuring you with a job or a golden opportunity and it just feels too big, like too big for you, like too much at this time in your life, or just, it could be that you're a mom with a young family, you don't really want to work that hard, you really want to work less, or that you recently retired and you don't want to go back to work, but yet you're a little bored. So it feels, whatever the scenario is for you, and I really feel like this pain in my neck starting to creep in, like you're really like, oh, I don't want to, I don't want to create a pain for myself. I think there's a lot of flexibility for you, Aries. I really think it's like, wave the magic wand. What is it that I would want? Like, if I could have anything, what kind of money would I want to make, and what kind of job could I have? What amount of time would I put into it? And then I would take that wish list and I would, within reason, go back to the person that offered it or to where this offer is. Or maybe it's just something of your own mindset of creation that you can see, if I did that, I could make so much money. And just create something that's more reasonable to your psyche, that's more balanced to yourself. And that way I think that you'll have real success and you won't, have to, be kind of drug into it. Because otherwise I see you leaning back on your heels. Like, I don't want to go that way. I've worked that hard before, not interested. My husband's too important to me, or my kid's too important to me, whatever it is. So just be aware that there's going to be these opportunities that are going to pull you in. As far as your money situation now, feels good. I feel solid. It doesn't feel like, sure, it's always nice to have extra money. It's always nice to have discretionary income. It's more playtime. It's more free money you give away to other people, which make you feel good. So, but I already feel like, that you're financially okay. I'm not feeling any stress for the most part. I'm feeling more abundant or buoyant energy for you as far as money goes. So let's look at relationships, personal relationships. I see like you going hand in hand or locked arm in arm with a close friend, and then I see the separation. So it could be that, one of your best friends is away right now or out of the country or just working, and you don't get to see them as much, and I see this sort of separation and missing them. I feel like you're missing your best friend. So part of what can go on for you, Aries, is look for other people, look for other connections, and to fill that void. And of course, now with technology, we don't have to be that far away, but we all know it's not the same when you have your pal close to you and when you get to spend time with them as it is via phone calls or FaceTime or things like that. So just be aware that you need to nurture that aspect of yourself by getting out and creating additional relationships for yourself so you're feeling good. Now, as far as romantic relationships go, I do feel like there might have been recently some sort of bickering or frustration about different points of view or illogical thinking or that's not what I meant. And so I'm feeling a little bit of tension in romantic relationships for Aries. I do feel like that's going to be put to rest in the next couple of weeks. So whether it's about let's sell our house, let's move to the country, or let's move, sell the country house and move to the city, whatever the conversation is of downsize, no, I want a bigger house, I'm too small, whatever the back and forth is, I feel like you're going to get a chance to kind of give it a rest and really let things equal out. And you're going to see a resolution here in the next 4 to 6 weeks on its own. It feels like it's going to resolve itself. Some of this frustration that I'm feeling or this disconnect in your relationship, I feel, is just almost like you have too much energy on your hand or too much time on your hand, that you're worrying or considering things that are kind of going to level themselves out here in the next couple of weeks. And so I wouldn't stress about it. I wouldn't press anything. It's going to come back around and you'll be able to sort it out level-headed, the two of you together. Now, if you're single in a romantic relationship, it feels nice. I feel like a little bit like I'm on an oasis. I'm just doing my own thing. I feel like there's an opportunity if you want to get a little more involved with summer outings and with people. I think that's nice. I don't think that developing a romantic relationship in this month is optimal. I think you're better off just relaxing, having fun, and just kind of going with the flow. And if you do that, I think that it's going to set you up perfectly in July for a better relationship, a longer lasting relationship, and one that is really more near and dear to your heart. So I would resist the temptation to get really over involved with anybody this month, and I would just really focus on enjoying yourself and being around your pals and not stressing about it. Now we do have Mercury going retrograde June 7th to July 1st. And that, of course, affects the communication. It affects our communication with one another. It affects our technology, our computers, our phones, our refrigerators, our plumbing, all of that. For you guys, it may be, maybe it's something around lights or electricity. Possibly things like that. I've seen it more like electrical, like wiring could affect you guys. The good news is that, this is why we have electricians. This is why we have other people in our life to handle those problems. So just know whatever it is, just go with the bumps. Not a big deal. All in all, I feel like you've got a really great month ahead of you. We do have a full moon on June 13th. Not really picking up anything big around that. I would just say the biggest word of caution is if you're traveling this month, to leave yourself extra time. Don't try to push it or cut it down to, to the close to the wire. Because of all the miscues, there's likely to be delays with things. Weather may play a role, things like that. But all in all, Aries, it feels like a really good month. So enjoy yourself, have fun, and I really feel like whatever you want to do, the universe is going to support you. You guys are movers and shakers, and you really know how to demand things from the universe for yourself. And especially in the area of money and finance, I really see that you've got some prime opportunities, but just don't sell yourself, okay? Make sure that that it's in alignment with who you are so that you can really feel good about that next step. All right, Aries, have a fabulous month.